If Nenchi's fundraising for his legal bills is any indication of the level of support he has in the city, things aren't looking so good for the mayor in the upcoming election slated for October of this year. I told you about how he racked up over 300 grand in legal fees after Calgary-based home builder and businessman Cal Wenzel filed a defamation suit against the mayor in 2013. The lawsuit was settled out of court in 2015, but the hefty bill still remains. After council decided to pay the bill but agreed to have the mayor pay it back, a few of Nenchi's pals got together to try to raise the funds and have so far reached around 200 grand. These friends include Colin Jackson, who was once the president of Arts Commons, who have received taxpayer funding from the city, and also Irfan Raji, who sits on the Olympic bid committee that's involved in making the controversial decision as to whether the city will host another games. So this relationship is more than just a few volunteers raising funds to pay off Nenchi's legal bills. These people are political allies. What's more is that the people that donate are getting tax receipts for it and can contribute up to $10,000 plus another $5,000 to Nenchi's election campaign, which combined is 3 times the amount that any other candidate can take in. The whole thing just seems highly unethical. But the latest is that Nenchi's fundraising campaign has been accepting money from outside of Calgary and even outside of Alberta. According to this report from the CBC, 94% of donations came from Calgary in 2016, but that dropped to about 1/3 in 2017. The rest include donations from Edmonton, BC, and even Toronto. In any other circumstance, this is against the rules. In a Facebook post made by Jeremy Farkas, who's running for Calgary Council in the upcoming election, he claims that by law, municipal candidates can't take cash from outside of the province, but special rules are being made for Mayor Nenchi. What's more is that Dean Kohler, who's heading up the fundraising effort, has said that it's been more challenging to find donors than he originally expected. Meanwhile, the mayor agreed to a deadline of the end of 2016 to pay the fees back, and that's passed, let's see, over 6 months ago now. This says so much about Nenchi's favorability in the city when he can't even raise the funds to cover his legal bills and has to look toward outside sources. According to a Main Street research poll from April, Nenchi's approval ratings are down from 65% in January to 52%. That's a pretty significant decrease in just a few short months. And when it comes to the next election, people don't forget about lost jobs and how poorly City Council handled spending with increases in property taxes and other poor policy measures that resulted in businesses closing their doors for good. Citizens won't forget about the millions of wasted dollars on fancy renovations for the bureaucrats at City Hall, while unemployment numbers skyrocketed during the economic downturn. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Save for a few, Calgary Council have been acting like entitled and spoiled brats that take taxpayers for granted while sacrificing nothing for themselves. And this fundraiser is just a sign of that entitlement and shows that Nenchi plays by his own set of special rules. And I think Calgarians are tired of it, which is also why the time is right for someone else to enter this mayoral race and take over the top spot at City Hall. For the Rebel.media, I'm Holly Nicholas. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to sign up for our Rebel Canada YouTube channel so that you don't miss out on the other side of the story in Canadian news that you just won't find anywhere else.